Jason, what do you think of the toughness your team displayed tonight winning this game?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. That's line one when you talk about our team and really when you talk about this game. And there are two parts of it. It's physical toughness. We knew it was going to be a physical football game. We knew we had to battle and win the line of scrimmage on each side of the ball. But it was more than that. It was the other guys. It was the runner, the tight end, the receivers. Everybody had to demonstrate physical toughness. And on the same token, on the other side, on defense, all three levels of defense. And I thought we did that really throughout the ball game. I thought we were able to possess the ball and wear them down over the course of the game. But maybe more importantly, it's the mental toughness to be our best and play with the conviction and the edge that we need to for 60 minutes. And we knew we were going to have success in the game. We had to keep playing. We knew we were going to have some adversity in the game. That's a good football team. Really well coached, really good in all areas, some big-time players over there, and they've won a lot of games. And we knew it was going to be a battle. We knew they'd keep coming back. We had to keep coming back. Thought we responded well throughout the ball game and handled it well and did what we needed to do to win it.
Just how big was that final drive, taking as much time as you did off in that last?
It was big. It was big, and so much of the physical toughness that we try to instill in our football team is going to show up at the end of the ball game, and that's how you're going to win the fourth quarter, by wearing them out in the first three quarters. And again, that's a good football team. They were physical too. I mean, we scratched and clawed and battled for every inch on both sides of the ball, and ultimately, I do think we wore them down. We were able to control it right at the end of the ball game and do what we needed to do.
You talk about Dak's, not the touchdown run, but the one to the 1 yard line on 3rd and 14.
Yeah, he's just a rare guy. He's a rare guy. His leadership, his toughness, just his way, his spirit. It's like none other. And somehow, some way, he was going to figure this thing out for us. And you said it. We're in that situation at the end of the ball game. It's 3rd and 14. You don't really anticipate making that. Somehow, some way, he was going to find a way to get it done. And I thought he did it throughout the ball game. I thought he was outstanding. Made the big plays when they were there, made a lot of little plays in the game. Didn't really make any critical errors in the game, and obviously showed up, throwing it and running it throughout at the critical moments.
What were your thoughts on Zeke tonight?
He was outstanding. Again, a really good defense, a really good run defense. Hard to run against those guys. Every inch is contested, and he just kept battling. There were some hard, tough runs, some 1 yard runs, some 2 yard runs. 6, 7, 8 guys are hitting him. He just kept coming. He kept coming. You talk about physical toughness, you talk about mental toughness, he embodies that. You talk about a competitive spirit, you talk about a guy who wants it. In the critical moments, boy, he was something else, and made some big plays in the ball game, some big runs, but made a lot of dirty runs throughout the ball game that showed up at the end of the game for us. He's a big-time football player.
Tavon Austin and Amari Cooper were huge again tonight.
Yeah, Tavon really gave us a shot in the arm, a number of big plays, both in the kicking game, and on offense throughout the game. And Coop came up big time, again, at the critical moments after we got the ball at midfield there to make that big play to get us down in the tight red zone was big for us. And, he's a damn good football player. He's done a lot for our team.
Seattle led the league in rushing 160 yards a game. I think they had 73 or so. What'd you guys do to slow them down?
Well, we take great pride in stopping the run too. And, it's about discipline. It's about winning your gap. It's about setting edges. It's about tackling. But it's also about physical and mental toughness. And that's a really important part of our football team. I think we've defended the run really well throughout the year. There are only a couple instances where we didn't feel really good about how we defended the run in a ball game, and we take great pride in doing that. We knew they were going to want to run the football a lot of different ways. Somehow, some way, we had to stop it. We had to be disciplined. We had to be tough. We had to tackle. Though we did that throughout the ball game.
Is this as good a job as you've done recently, keeping Russell in the pocket when he was through?
Yeah, talk about a hell of a player. He's just a great football player, and time and time again, he's so dangerous with the ball in his hands, and you said it, he can beat you from the pocket, but he also can get out and make those plays, and he made them periodically throughout the ball game. It looked like they were struggling a little bit to get things moving. Here he goes. He makes a big throw or buys some time and makes another play down the field. So he's a great football player, a great competitor.
The fact that they didn't have a kicker in the second half, did that change at all your approach, knowing that they had to go for four downs or score touchdowns every time?
Not really. We knew that they'd be in 4-down territory. We knew they'd go for 2, so we anticipated those situations. We would have had a decision to make towards the end there about kicking a field goal or making a 4-down territory ourselves. knowing that they would probably have to come back and try to score a touchdown. Thankfully, it didn't come to that for us. But, you try your best to anticipate what they may or may not do based on what they have.
We talk every week, it seems like, about Leighton Vander Esch. How much better can he get? Because every game he gets better and better.
Yeah, he's done such a good job transitioning into this league. And you said it, he's around the football a lot. He just makes a ton of plays. And he's a very good tackler. He's got really good instincts for the game, so he gets there. And, time and time again, he was around it, and he made plays. And Jalen Smith, physical throughout this ball game. Those two guys, the presence they've given us in the middle of our defense has been outstanding on top of what our guys up front are doing.
Been in this situation before, 2009, 14, 16, where you've been in this next round, the divisional round. How do you get past this and move on to the next one?
Yeah, we just focus on our team and what this team needs to do. There are a lot of positive things in this game, but obviously so much we have to clean up. So we'll get back to work on that. We don't know who the next opponent is. The biggest thing we have to do is focus on ourselves and do what we need to do to get better.
Well, the way this defense is playing right now, Jason, you've got to feel like they're going to keep you in every game regardless of who you play.
Well, they did a fantastic job tonight, particularly early in the game. Getting those 3-and-outs early, I think, are so big. And, you're going to find your way on offense in games like this. And I thought we did a good job continuing to battle through things and cash in on drives here and there throughout. And certainly towards the end of the ball game, we did a good job, offensively. But the defense was really consistent throughout the game. And we talked earlier about stopping the run. That's such a big part of playing good defense. They did make a couple plays in the passing game. We got to make sure we clean that stuff up. But for the most part, they give us a hell of a chance to win this ball game.
Let's talk about that Allen Hurns situation and then also some of your injuries you had at receiver.
Yeah, obviously not a good situation for Allen. He made a big-time play for us, converted a first down for us in that situation, but, it's a serious injury that he has. And, it's a challenging situation for players because you're emotionally ready to play, you're in the flow of a ball game, and that happens. And trust me, the guys on our football team care so much about each other and love each other so much, and they see their brother on the field like that. That's not easy, but you have to regroup. You have to be a professional, and you have to get back to work. And, Allen's in good hands. He's going to come back. He's going to play a lot of football for us in the future. But I thought our guys responded well to that and just got back to work.
What was the nature of the injury if they told you?
I don't want to get into too many details, but it was a significant injury to his lower leg.
God, when you look at the pass rush and what they were able to do and contain Russell, is this a hard game for those guys because they have to be mindful of so many things with him back there?
Yeah, and I think the thing that we tried to emphasize all week long is let's not get into a game where we don't rush because we're trying to be so disciplined in our rush. And we don't get off and we don't put any pressure on him. Sometimes you see on tape he's just standing back there because everybody's afraid of him getting out. And so we had to rush. We had to get off the ball. We had to put pressure on him. But we also had to have rush discipline. I thought for the most part our guys did that. We kept him in the pocket. We kept him in the well and made it that much more challenging for him to make some of those plays he's so capable of making.
Well, obviously it's going to be 24 hours before you know who you will face. But at this point, you really don't care whether you go to Los Angeles or New Orleans, do you?
Yeah, we don't care. We're going to focus on us. We got to clean this game up and then get back to work.
Talk about the day ahead for Chris Richard tomorrow. Does he have these? Is he going to be talking with these other teams?
Yeah, we anticipate him interviewing late in the day tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks,
Good to see you guys.